Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Squared Circle Society. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by on location producer Todd.
Good evening. I don't know about all.
Brighter.
I don't know about all this being in the same time zone as you. It's kind of, yeah. I don't
Oh,
like it.
it's brighter. You're not in your man cave, so
I
it's
know.
got this bright glow about you that you don't normally have. It's no killer bong box set in the background.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to turn that space there behind you into a
Well,
mini studio.
I did last time. I had some like Halloween decorations, but
Yeah. So, Todd, one hell of a show last night, huh?
yes, it was.
A lot of passionate reactions last night to multiple things. I was gonna say it wasn't just like one thing. It wasn't the return. It wasn't just that spot or well spots. It was a lot of things that had the internet kind of on their period today. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you surprised though? Did you not expect that?
You know what? Look, I know I'm kind of spoiling. Obviously, we had a fucking blast, but uh, more setting aside the card, which we'll run down, just this reaction to it warms my heart. This is what they absolutely need to do. Um, and if I don't know Rob Black personally, of course, but if I think I know Rob Black well enough to say that he's not going to cave to any of it. I've been enjoying some of the back and forth on Twitter. Also, a lot of the hypocrisy. Some fans, or maybe in some cases, people from other promotions bitching about this, and then you can see clips of people getting their faces shoved up an ass crack and all this different stuff. It's like, okay, guys, come on, we get it. You don't like XPW, that's fine. But last night, dude, we talk about alternatives here. Wrestling's dangerous again. Wrestling feels. Last night, I would have never have guessed that a guy was going to literally get his tights ripped off, his dick grabbed, and a needle inserted through his dick.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that on Monday Night Raw.
What you don't think? I don't know. What's one of the guys you like? I don't know. Priest is gonna take it. One of those.
Damian Priest. That would be cool though, because he's got the deep voice, so you could do like a falsetto gimmick after, like have him come back next week and just dub him. I actually think that would be pretty cool, but I don't think they do it.
Big T says this is. I think this is my number one show since the return.
Honestly, like I love XPW, but even being a critic, I don't really have anything to complain about tonight. I do agree. I think it was pretty, if not a perfect show, it was damn close to a perfect show. Uh, Hot main event. Everybody gave it 110%. I don't think there's anything that I can point to on this particular show where it wasn't pure XPW. It just I was shocked how good it was. Not that I expect XPW ever to deliver a bad show, but it was awesome from the very beginning. And who would have thought Soul Taker's promo would probably be the least the complained about thing when that kicked off? I mean, holy shit, the name drops in there, the unkind, not safe for YouTube words that he used in that promo.
See that it just made me mad. I was mad watching that. I'm mad because we didn't get it out in California. Man, I want. See, I almost said it. It said in my brain. I almost want Taker there in California so bad.
I think he's gonna be XPW for the long haul. I get the sense, this time next year you'll see him. Well, not I don't even think it'll take that long. You'll see him in more featured matches, some more featured storylines. But Yeah, we'll run it down from top to bottom. Uh,
Big T has a good question.
yeah.
How do they top themselves after last night? Well, I'm going to tell you. 2 rings, 60-man deathmatch tournament.
Yes. Yes.
You know, right there. We got Genocide 2 coming up. No, calm down, Dan. We got,
That's
yeah, so
fucked up, God.
I think there's some good. See? Citical, relax, California 2. I wish I could go to that one. Yeah, well,
Well, speaking of California too, we will all the Flesh Wound family will be together for California too. So that'll be really
yeah.
cool.
All of the flesh wound horror square circle society will be
Oh
there.
yes, yes,
I know, yeah, he doesn't count Ozzy or Greg.
yes, yeah,
Although we never know with Ozzy, he may be there too.
yeah. I don't know if Greg will be there, but yeah, I think we might be able to make Ozzy come. We'll get him. We'll corral him.
If he sees this show, he's not going to come.
Man, dude, like I can't wait to get there. And this show will be hard to top, but I think they can do it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Honestly, if it was half as good as this, it's still forward momentum. I mean, goddamn.
Senecal, the stream was pretty flawless too. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any issues myself. I didn't order the first one, but I've heard it proved leaps and bounds. And I know they were just on the verge of the Roku launch. I think they had some test stuff. So I think next month by California 2, they'll be good to go.
Yeah, so you guys will be able to order it hopefully on your Roku. Like I said, we're gonna be there. I'm gonna have a goddamn blast. I mean, we've all been to XPW in the past. I mean, Todd's been to like most everything more than me, but we didn't know each other way back in the day. So it'll be kind of, I don't know, there's something special about us all being together at XPW, and this tournament I'm sure is going to be insane. I can only imagine what they have planned for it. So yeah, if you see us there, come say hi. Uh
Remember, watch
yeah.
out for Dan's slap fight.
I have not consented to a slap fight, Todd. Where's this coming from?
There's no consent.
I just would I said Ozzy, yes. Hillbilly, no. I've seen the videos. I can't I concede to a greater opponent, but Ozzy, I will do a slap fight if he consents to a slap fight. I don't know the rules. I have to
This
ask
is,
Hillbilly the rules. I was watching a few videos the other night of some of his slap fights, and I guess you can't. I guess you got to be. I was trying to figure it out. You can't connect with like the lower part of your hand. I guess if I'm understanding it right, like you can't obviously,
punch.
got
Yeah.
to keep that hand open for sure. But yeah, so I don't know. There might be a slap fight, not with me and Hillbilly though, but Ozzy absolutely.
Is JJ Escobar okay? I haven't heard anything. Haven't seen anything posted yet either. Also, like, you know, there was a few things that I'm like kind of hope they're okay.
Yeah, there were more than a few. We'll run them down. I haven't heard anything that, at least just me, I don't know him personally, but just looking at Twitter, that gives me pause as of now. So I assume he's as okay as you can be from jumping off of a balcony like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, okay is a little general, but I think he'll be okay, from what I can tell. But yeah, if anybody has any updates, feel free to pop them in the chat. I'm sure a lot of the talent are on their way home right now. So
I
uh,
know quite a few of the California people have touchdown.
sweet, sweet. So all right, guys. So we kick things off. Rob Black coming out gives Larry a gift of hot dogs and a new XPW title belt is unveiled. So, what did you think of that, Todd? Hot dogs are
Uh,
nice. Food's expensive. I think that was very generous.
yes, it was. Um, yeah, I like the new belt. Um, so I It's much better, in my opinion, than the first one. I still really like that second one though, but that has that era to it.
Hmm.
You know, the one, the old man won't give up, whatever.
Yeah.
When he's lost, sold, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I liked it too. I thought the design was really cool. And that takes us into match number one. Soul Taker, YouTube friendly name, taking on Mr. Fantastic. So we kind of get a promo that kind of centers on Mr. Fantastic's booty hole. I guess that's okay to say. And I cannot repeat what Soul Taker says
Can you
to
attempt to clean it up?
Mr. Not Mr. Fantastic. He substitutes some letters there. And tells him he's going to treat him like Martin Lawrence. It I think his last promo, it was like, I'm Chris Benoit and you're Nancy. Like, I thought that was bad. I was like, wow. Like, holy shit. Uh,
They didn't drop the Daniel, so it was okay.
Soul Taker's just like, damn it, I forgot Daniel.
Man, those I love that.
Wouldn't it have been funny after he did that if you had like a Kevin Sullivan run in? We're bad people, Todd. We're bad people. But yeah, this whole thing, I mean, great opener. Mr. Fantastic tosses Soul Taker salad. That never happened to Mark Calloway, as far as I'm aware. Maybe Goldust did it. I don't know. I have to
Maybe
look in
some
the
Rikishi
archive.
action going on.
I don't think Taker ever took a stink face, Todd. But I don't think so. I know they were tight, but I think he probably would have vetoed the stink face. And it doesn't work for me, brother.
Well, he's got to get his boy over.
We get some piss jug action, some thumbtack
R.I.P.
action. This was just a wild, hilarious, perfect opener. Mr. Fantastic is great. Soul Taker's great. I know Pugs couldn't be here tonight, but I know he wants that American Badass run.
Well,
Which apparently Soul Taker, I think he was in the chat our last show and said he has done that. I haven't seen footage of it though.
yeah, I think Pugs dubbed it the American Black Ass, but I don't know if that's what he meant by. But yeah, and
Maybe we will see that in XPW.
Pugs is still pitching himself as the Paul Bear.
What is well, I guess you use the traditional urn. I should also, by the way, just say if
What do
you
you think it should
hear
be, a 40
weird
bottle?
40 bottle, is that what?
I don't know. Well, you said traditional urn. Should it be something else?
I don't know. I'm trying to think, but guys, just as an FYI, we've got like some bad storms here for some bizarre reason. You hear background noise. I mean, I've got the windows closed, but you know, you might hear some rain or thunder, anyways. But yeah, man, I thought this was just a really cool opening match. Laughed my ass off. It was, you know, good solid action to kick things off. Soul Taker gets the win with the choke slam into the tax. I mean, piss jug, uh, a promo that would get you future endeavored on your way to the. I don't think they'd even let you get to Gorilla. I think in WWE, it's like you're gone, bud. Man, they went out the gate hard on this show. As we'll see.
Big T, damage.
Big T. He's going to do Undertaker's entire career. He needs a ministry, his own cane, the American Badass, the whole 9 yards. That would be cool if he could get through that whole career. Well, I guess we got to start counting the streak now.
I think we've pitched a cane before, but we'll let that lie for now.
The ministry, man. Who do you put in the ministry?
I know Dan's going to try to somehow work his way in as Naked Dan or something.
Oh, dude, just the hat. I gotta start hitting the gym if I'm gonna do that, Todd.
Instead of the fanny pack, you're gonna use the hat.
I've joked about it before, and it's ridiculous at this point in life for me. Although I'm not that old, the beard makes me look old. I'm still in my 30s, but it does make me want to be a complete idiot and just go train again. It does. You get that wrestling feeling in your chest again, which is nice.
I hit an age and it went away.
I want to say when I first met you, not that you were thinking about it, but I'd ask that and you would say like, oh, I don't know, maybe I could do like a spot or something.
No, there was no.
I still think you could do something, Todd. We'll come up with something. We'll come up with something. 911, Todd.
No, thank you. You know, I've never tried to put myself in the spotlight. That's
Well, you don't have to take a bump to take a needle through the dick.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Maybe you one up him, needle through the ball sack and up through the dick.
Well,
Just
here's
saying.
what, Dan. If you want to take this slap fight, maybe we can get Big F and Joe to reenact the spot on you.
Oh, damn, man.
For Patreon, though.
I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but like, do you ever like you're watching and it takes you a few seconds to adjust? Like, wait, does he have his brains in his hand? It takes a minute. It's kind of like when I mean, bringing it back to Undertaker when the streak ended. It like takes a minute. I was like, wait, was that a botched count? No, he's got his fucking nutsack in his hand right now. I mean, it takes a minute for it to register. It's like I know what I'm seeing, but the brain just doesn't quite register it right away.
I was glad my kid was on the other side of the laptop during that. I'm like, I'll turn it in a little.
True story. You remember when Mae Young's titties were exposed?
Yes, sir.
I had that on when I had my parents, my brother, I believe his wife, and my grandma were all like, it was like an event at the house that day, and and I mean, of course, they really weren't watching wrestling, but I remember that came up, and I was like, oh my god. So I can only imagine that, like trying to explain that, but anyways. Believe it or not, that was not the only controversial thing on the card. Match number 2, we have a 3-way between Lucky 13, Kit Osborne, and JJ Escobar. So this match, they kick it open with some really good chain wrestling to open things up before we get to the flaming bats and all the craziness. We have, I believe it was a cheese grater used at one point. We get a weed whacker to the balls, and that is like just the slow build to what we get in this match. It's like weed whacker to the balls. It's like, yeah, that's just like a drop toe hold. The spot. So JJ Escobar climbs the balcony with a chair, dives while sitting on the chair, basically doing a sort of Sabu Arabian face buster from a weird angle and through a door. When I saw it, I was like, God damn. I mean, I was not a worker. I just trained briefly. I don't know how the fuck you do that.
Like, well, Straight West has a good answer.
JJ looks like he's going to have long-lasting back pains. Hope he's okay. I haven't heard anything bad. Like at this point, you feel like if it's something really awful, you kind of hear something. And I haven't. Again, I don't know the guy personally, but mad respect, man. I mean, wow. Like, I say it, like, I have no fucking clue how you pull that off. It just, that's going to be on the highlight reel 20 years from now. XPW. You'll always see free fall, but I think you'll see that too. That was just amazing. And Lucky 13 wins the match with I believe it was a top rope double stomp, I believe. And yeah, great action here. Like I said, these guys can go. It's not just one specific kind of style. There's some good wrestling. And wow, I hope he's okay too. But I think if XPW wasn't on the map before tonight, I think a lot of people have taken notice, which we'll talk about some of the Twitter reaction a little bit here as we go along. Cynical, I've been watching JJ's stuff. Dude is insane. I hope he's around for a long time. I do as well. He was like, I think I probably had like a few minor criticisms that last, I think it was a triple threat or fatal four way. I can't remember.
I think there was a lot on that one, not just us, but I mean in general.
Yeah.
That match I know was probably the least favorite coming out of Extreme. A couple shows back.
Yeah.
The last,
but he was the standout there, and he's obviously somebody I'd like to see for the long haul on the XPW roster. And Kit and Lucky 13 looked great as well. I also really have been enjoying some of their promos and video packages on XPW TV, which again, if you're not familiar with XPW, check out XPW TV on YouTube because they do a really good job building up their events. There's a lot of cool backstage stuff, and yeah, XPW TV is awesome. It always has been, even going way back in the day. So if you're just watching the events, you're doing yourself a disservice because you get a lot of extra stuff on the TV show. So that help highlight the storylines going in. So we follow that up. Becky Haight. Looks familiar, Todd. I feel like it's somebody we used to know.
Yeah.
Video promo from XPW TV. We get the Body's Survivor promo, which is pretty funny.
I was on edge in that segment. I was like, God, don't say a certain name.
You thought they might go there. And also welcome to anybody new in the chat tonight. I know some of you. We do wrestling here. We do horror. We do a lot of smut. The smut seems to be the most popular. So.
And if you found us through the Rob Black show, let us know too.
Oh, yes. Another show you should definitely be listening to if you are not.
Yeah, you won't get all the Desert Eagle references if not.
Yeah. Great promos. Don't miss XPW TV. All right, Todd. So that brings us right into the one that, wow.
Yeah, it's funny because I said, man, I'm looking forward to that match because that's one we were supposed to get last month too.
Yes. I believe Body had a family.
Well, it came up in the discussion too.
With that said, the Body versus Big Effin' Joe. So before we get to the obvious, great match. I mean, the match is insane. Even if you take away that spot, it's not just like a one spot match. I mean, they beat the living shit out of each other. We get light tubes, Body bled buckets. Of course, Big Effin' Joe's Big Effin' Joe, so you know he bled buckets. And we do get a rainbow dildo incorporated into the match, and this whole thing, this was just an insane match. People do death matches, people do, people bleed, but like there's just something else sort of going on right now. I think the Body, you're seeing a star in the making. Because he's got it in the ring. Fantastic character. I mean, this dude is fucking money. Really is fucking money.
Cynical, I pop for the Desert Eagle chant. Oh, trust me, California got you covered. And then read that one for me, Dan.
Oh, Nicholas Walton heard about us, heard about you guys through the Rob Black show. Desert Eagle, Desert Eagle. Absolutely, Nick. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we appreciate it. Like I said, we're horror, but we try and do some wrestling too. We'll have some mainstream wrestling. I think there's a big mainstream wrestling show coming up this weekend. So can
And let's see if they can top this week's show though.
I'm gonna predict not a single needle through the dick.
I'm going to predict not a single show in California in the next. Well, maybe one. So you got to be careful. Maybe one.
Now, can you fucking imagine a WWE crowd if just like Cody, like he's hit him with everything, and then he just like the spirit of Dusty Rhodes, like you know what to do, baby, and then he just like rips those fucking trunks down, just needle through the dick. There you go. The body won me over completely. He's hilarious on the Rob Black show. He is cynical.
I'd love to have him on, but there's absolutely a reason we could not have him on live.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it is YouTube. That'd have to probably be a Patreon special, I would imagine. But yeah, man, I mean, like I was saying earlier, and that is so cool. Your brain just doesn't register it because you're not expecting that. Obviously, XPW does things that other promotions are too chicken shit to do, but god damn, like I mean, he grabbed fucking brains, Todd. Like I'd like to hear and maybe we'll hear it on the Rob Black show at some point. Like, okay, who pitched this? Was it the body that pitched it? Was it Rob that pitched it? I doubt it was Big F and Joe, but maybe. I don't know.
I don't think he cares
Like,
about
are you okay grabbing a dick?
My gut just says he wouldn't give. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
I think, yeah, man, it took me like at least like it took me like a good minute, I think, to like fully register what I just saw. I haven't even watched the match back yet. I intend to, because I mean, it was just like it takes a lot. My jaw was on the fucking floor, and if you've listened to us, particularly, over the years, I've been doing this for 14 years. You're not too far behind. Like, it takes a lot to shock us. That actually shocked me a little bit. that was something special. And again, I repeat this. I sound like a broken record, but thank God. And I was scared shitless. The first XPW show back, I wasn't too sure. I was like, man, if it's not going to be XPW, I'm worried. And they got there relatively fast, which is impressive because all these years.
The next show was the Deathmatch tournament, and then just show after show as the storyline started hitting and talent, everything. This show was like everything hitting on all cylinders.
I mean, this is a classic compared to old XPW.
Yes.
This is, going to be probably referenced as one of their greatest events, period. And there's a lot. Like I said, it's hard to top stuff like Free Fall or insert anything Supreme ever did. It's hard to top that stuff, but
the ladder bump still makes me cringe from Baptized in Blood too.
That's probably the worst. Although
that's my scariest bump in person still to this day. Yeah. I didn't even know him at that point. It was still like,
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Go back and watch classic XPW if you haven't.
Stream XPW. You can go watch classic XPW.
Yes. Go back and check all that out. It's all gold. XPW TV. It's all gold. Go on that journey in between these shows if you're a newer fan. And like I said, there's not a lot of people left from that era. There's select few, and you should appreciate their work because wow, XPW has always been something special. And holy shit, Todd, I mean, this was just perfect. And not only that, it doesn't just end with the dick spot. What was it, plastic wrap, I think, or something that he wrapped up the body in and just beat the shit out of him with that chair. with the glass and everything. You felt like you witnessed an actual murder. This match was just insane. If you're not sold, XPW is not for everybody, obviously, but
It's for adults.
it is for adults. Nobody can accuse XPW of not being shocking, surprising. It's not formulaic. You're not just seeing, I watch a lot of wrestling. And sometimes it's tough because it's just like, okay, so now I know they're going to do this, and now I know they're going to do that. It's just, and I'm getting older, but XPW can still shock and surprise me. So big thumbs up. Big F and Joe gets the win by ref stoppage. Where are you at? Because I think that's kind of canon now that they can stop matches, which I guess I can kind of get used to. It's I know death matches. It's like, nah, there should be like a definitive fall.
I think you can have ref stoppage in a death match because if it's at the point someone's bleeding out, well, they haven't been pinned. We got to keep going. So I think that there is acceptable, a DQ in a death match. Now that's a little different, but like a ref stoppage, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean it's canon now, so I can kind of run with that as a finish. I mean it's been done several times, and it works here. Like I said, at the end of this, you're convinced that the body might be dead. I mean, what do you do? Like, I mean, can you imagine being like the the medic back there? It's just like, yeah, not touching your dick, dude. You might have to just put some Robitussin on it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Dan would rub it on for you, buddy.
God. But wild match. I mean, Big F and Joe too. I mean, dude. I can't imagine how they're gonna top this, but California Deathmatch tournament. I don't think any of us are safe there, Todd. Two rings. Yes, 2 rings. So yes, Big F and Joe obviously goes over via murder. And then we have I believe it was the live Becky Hate promo. Rob Black comes back. There's some shit talking back and forth, and he makes a 4-way match for the XPW Women's title with Becky Hate taking on Lou Dark Shaitan, our champion, and Chelsea Durden and Lindsay Snow, the American Kaiju. This is wild. I mean, XPW has one of the better women's divisions out there right now. I mean, we talk like Impact somehow, some way, always has had a great women's division, but I think XPW is a contender. Ludark has never let us down. I mean, she's always been amazing since the relaunch. Lindsay Snow is a star. I hope they can hold on to her for as long as possible. Chelsea Durden's still a little bit new, but I think it's, you're trying to build her up. Putting her in a 4-way like this kind of helps. I need a little bit more from her in terms of who are you? Who's your character?
Yeah,
I need more.
Yeah, I don't really understand her character motivations yet, so hopefully that gets developed more. I'm sure it will. So
yeah, and probably heard that one.
There's this one.
It's God gunning for me, probably.
He must be a Chelsea fan.
There you go. That's eerie. I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I want a little bit more development there. Something. She just needs something more, and I think she'll get there. We get the gusset plates, tattoo needles to Becky's head. I'm really going to try and refer to her as Becky from now on. We get some staple gun action. The aluminum cans. That is something, even in my my backyard days, I never did aluminum cans. That feels like that would not be fun.
Yeah, I know the one that was sticking there in her. I just hope it was,
I'm hoping that was like, I'm hoping that was just
all accounts, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, I was like gear and not, because I was like, there's several moments here, man, and we'll get to it. Like, ugh. That looked pretty rough.
We didn't have that plane of glass near decapitation we did last New Jersey show, but
near
like,
near decap for California too. We got
no,
to have that
please
near
no, I
decap.
don't. That
I didn't
really,
say a wrestler. It could just be a fan.
no, I got a couple I'd be okay with.
Ozzy gives consent to throw any kind of glass his way if he's there. Just saying. Look for the Roman Reigns looking dude. So yeah, Ludark gets the win, pinning Chelsea in this one. Another wild, awesome match. It's tough because how do you follow Big Ep and Joe in the body? That's a tough one to follow, and I think they did a really good job. It's a fun match. They keep the momentum going into Deathmatch icon Drake Younger taking on Arrow Boy. International Dream Deathmatch.
After our intermission, we should throw that out there.
Oh, yes. Yes. And also these shows have flowed really well too lately. Like they're not overstaying their welcome. The intermission, they kind of, as you well know, a lot of times in indie wrestling, that lag in between can really kill a crowd. And I didn't think there was anything major in the way of lagging this time, which I thought was really cool. So more really great chain wrestling. If you're unfamiliar with Drake Younger, well, you're not. You've certainly seen his referee run in WWE. I mean, he's just a great wrestler, not just a great deathmatch wrestler. That guy can go. That guy can do anything. I'm hoping he sticks around for the long haul. This is another one, some good chain wrestling to kick it off before we get into the light tube action, the suplexes onto the light tubes. Arrow Boy's back just looked like fucking hamburger meat at the end. Like somebody just dropped a grenade and some hamburger helper. It was just like, oh, fuck. I did enjoy the Marcus Crane tribute that they did in the match. I thought that was really nice. Yeah. And we get that tube spot with the big splash and Drake having to hit 2 of his finishes to put down Arrow Boy. So Arrow Boy, how is he doing? Because his hand was fucked.
Oh, I haven't heard anything, actually.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, if anybody has updates, I know it's pretty crazy. Sunday, people are still just getting back home. So hopefully he's okay. But that dude was spewing blood. That was wild. I was a little bit concerned for him as well. So Drake, what do you think, Todd? Do you think that this is kind of just the farewell tour, or do you think they got something big storyline wise planned?
I think a little of both. I mean, my gut says, it seems like every match, could be his last, is the way they're making it feel. Not saying that's how it is, but it's giving it that feel. And I think Pug's right with his, at the end of his matches being very political. And I do think we're leading to what you really want eventually.
Yeah.
Are impatient for something. And they've had interactions on Facebook. And of course, I'm talking Butcher and Drake. See, my gut says it'll happen for genocide.
You're thinking, yeah. I feel like we've been talking about that for the last several shows, but that's obviously kind of what I want to see. I think you muted yourself, Todd. But yeah, no, I mean, it's Drake Younger, man. Like it's always, and it's really wild because I can't necessarily say match of the night in this case, which for Drake Younger, I mean, almost always is. And that's not to take anything away from the match. I'm just saying everybody is arguably match of the night on this show. Yeah. It's one of those ones where just everything came together perfectly. So there was a little bit of a development at the end of this one. Somebody that's not very popular on wrestling Twitter, G Raver, made his return and attacked Drake. There were some interesting fan chants, a lot of a lot of very angry, spirited reactions on Twitter. I'm just gonna say, I don't. I mean, I hear some of the drama. I don't follow it as close as a lot of people. I don't really even know what happened with him.
I know it was meth involved.
Well, something. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, but like, I don't know. Some of these like people grabbing their like fucking torches with that. I mean, you weren't there. You don't know what really happened. I always repeat that. And I've never even talked to G Raver. I don't know the guy,
What it,
but I
I
know
mean,
he's a talented guy. I think he's an asset to have in the company.
and I think everyone, deserves a second opportunity. What if they just threw Robert Downey Jr. away after his bender and stuff?
Yeah, he's
I
fucking
mean,
Iron Man. Come on.
right? You hate that stuff, but you're right, he is.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that shit, but cool. Yeah,
But
from
I mean, no,
addict to Iron Man. Come on.
right?
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was. We can talk a little bit about some of the Twitter reaction, like XPW is done, or like all of this just fucking baby
And
shit
they're
on
all fans
Twitter.
of the racist promoter who's Desert Eagle Desert.
I mean, yeah, I don't. It's so weird because we've talked, and of course, it there were several points where we thought XPW was coming back, and for years it didn't, pan out until it finally did. Um,
I know there was
it's
rumors.
odd how the hate is still all these years later is still there for XPW. I don't fully understand it. I really don't.
I mean, it's the same reason then that it is now. It's just people are just sticking their ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I don't quite
Well, I get it
understand.
now. Then I was always like, you guys are just, yeah, word I can't say anymore. But it was like the reaction. It was just like, this is great. What are you guys talking about? Go watch your Flippy Lucha nonsense. And
Yeah,
they even
and
had Lucha back in the day if you like that stuff. Not a big Lucha guy, but
yeah, I mean, and I'm looking at it just again, just kind of like scrolling through some of the comments. I mean, some of them are kind of funny. It's there's some a little bit of shade. I think I got retweeted. Maybe I'm not the greatest Twitter guy yet. I'm getting better, but um, yeah, keep triggering away. I'm just looking at it. Slava weighed in. Um,
why don't you throw some,
yeah.
some comments, Dan?
I'm trying to find them. I'm not good at this.
Oh, okay, that part. Well, I know I have Schlack's response to the comments, but I was kind of letting you read some comments first.
Looks like people are coming. People are even coming after me.
Okay.
Posting my photo. It looks like, which is hilarious. I don't care, but sorry, trying to find them. I'm going to XPW's page. Notifications doesn't do much on Twitter for me. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd almost. And if you're listening to this for some reason and you are an XPW hater, explain why. Like what in particular bothers you?
Honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, you're welcome to weigh in. It's funny though, some of these people that make these comments, like they would never fucking say it to your face. It's hilarious. Um,
Who was it that said, the internet's made a lot of people too comfortable for talking shit?
Rob did retweet I think it's DDT Pro,
Oh, okay. I'm
where
going to. Okay.
there's a line of asses and a guy getting his face just rubbed through. I mean, the dick spot. I mean, okay, like, hey, that's fucking insane. But I mean, what bothers you about it? I don't get it. I guess it's more the G Raver stuff more than anything as I read. But like you said, again, I mean, he didn't kill somebody. You
Yeah,
know,
and I don't know anything more. Like I heard about it when it went down, and I get why he had to go away for a bit
mm,
at least. I mean, but I don't know the status. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, that's just my thing. It's like we're not in the know, so I don't, go for the tiki torch and like some of these people seem to want to do. Um, I can't even really remember the whole story. Like I said, I remember he got in trouble, but it's like you don't always have all the details, guys. I mean, take a step back
Sounds like a
and
bad night. I remember there was drugs. And yeah, it was just, it happens. I'm not making excuses. I don't know the whole story, but yeah. So
yeah, and some of the outlaw wrestling shit, like, is that supposed to be some insult? I see like outlaw wrestling all over the place, and it's like,
see. I think it depends who's using it because I know some people use it positively.
yeah, yeah. Um, ugh. And yeah, and again, that spot with Escobar, it's not that he did. I mean, that's just a tough thing to take. It's not that it wasn't a fucked up spot. It's just, you know, that's a rough one. He made that decision. He made that sacrifice. I won't forget that shit. Like I said, that should be on the highlight reel
I'm
for
I'm sure
years
it'll
to
be in the
come.
opening.
I wouldn't do it. Dude's a crazy, crazy fucking bastard, and I commend him. Because, like I said, I'm actually looking at the spot just like right now. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know how to take that, but looked like it went about as well as it could have gone. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Evil I don't know. Evil Das, whatever he calls himself. Congratulations on what was probably your most successful show, which will likely be your finale. Take your bow, exit the stage. You lived long enough to kill what you love and become the villain. Absurd counter woke is the same absurdity. All right. Not a fan. That's cool. But yes, XPW responds, our finale, bro, we are just getting started. So, like, with some of that, though, too, like, if XPW didn't do this stuff and they were just another wrestling promotion, like, I would argue, look at how popular NWA was for a minute when they came back under Billy Corgan. And it was
The
the
other
hot new
NWA,
thing, the other NWA, yes, more
the one
white,
that doesn't mean anything anymore.
white NWA. And but then it's like they just kind of lost what they were trying to do along the line. They really weren't an actual alternative anymore. What's the point? XPW has to be controversial. They have to be grindhouse. XPW is grindhouse. If they're not, then what's the point? I said it, like, I was scared shitless when they were coming back because I was like, I don't know that they can pull it off. People, not I shouldn't say people. I think the fans are still out there. The people that are inclined to like this stuff are still out there that haven't discovered it yet. But I was worried because you have those loud voices. I think they're an extreme minority at the end of the day, a
Well, they,
really extreme minority
they say
on
Twitter's only
Twitter.
like 10% of the population, so it's a stream.
Yeah.
It's already an extreme minority with an extreme minority in there. They're just a loud vocal one.
Yes, yes. They're a very loud vocal one. I feel like some of that's starting to come down more and more. I don't know. I mean, again, in movies, different things, I feel like it's getting to that point where people are just fucking tired of it, and you're starting to see those signs of, a comeback.
I said
Uh,
the next generation, they're going to be the ones who are going to fight it hard like we did back in the 90s.
I think so too. It's turned into like this weird fucking bizarro land thing, and I'm a pretty liberal guy too, so it's weird for me to say that, but yeah, it's there's some real like just fucking weirdos out there that get offended about absolutely everything. I don't think they like anything. I really don't. Like, they're not who you should try and appease. They just like being offended.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
That's the
That's
culture. It's just they like being offended and bitching about things on Twitter. They're just paper people. Um,
Just,
so,
yeah.
and like I said, XPW is Grindhouse. If that's not your thing, I totally understand. But I don't quite get this push. Same thing with NWA. I don't want NWA to go away. I don't watch it anymore. Very rarely. Maybe I'll flip it on, just to see somebody I know or whatever. But I don't really follow the product anymore. I don't want it to die.
Hey,
It's another place for people to work. And there are people out there that like it.
and we get to see one of their champions in XPW.
We do. Who knows? Maybe Tyrus joins the Mega Maga faction, Todd.
I'd be okay with that. Doesn't he? I don't know. Hillbilly may not. He'd be like, "Hey, get away from my flag."
Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine if Rob just really doubles down? So picture this, like next show, and pick the match. Doesn't matter what the match is, main event, whatever. Lights go out. Lights come on. You got Joey Ryan, Marty
Oh, you said
Skrull,
about that.
Marty Skrull. I don't know. Let's throw Teddy Hart in there. Let's just like make it.
Is that like the genocide team? Now that's the other side. It's just gonna be
the kid. It's like the canceled faction just appears.
Hey, Joey does live in Anaheim. It's not far from.
All right, so I'm gonna pitch it. If Rob, I don't know that Rob listens to us, but if he does, you got to have Joey Ryan, WrestleMania 12 Shawn Michaels entrance. He comes in on that, comes floating down on the wire to the ring in his Jungle Cruise gear. That's the thing. That's got to be the new gimmick since they got him fired. He's got like the Jungle Cruise gimmick for like a run in.
That annoys me. See, this is why Twitter. The man had moved on and tried to like work a job, and then y'all get him fired. That's just children.
It does seem a little bit hard. Again, I don't follow everything. I've met Joey Ryan. I actually met Joey Ryan pre like Dick Flip days. I mean, I was at some shows that he was at like right at the beginning of his career.
He was
always seemed like a cool guy. I don't know him, but always seemed like a cool guy. I know a lot of people say great things about him, maybe not publicly now. And I don't know what did or didn't happen. I know he did disprove a few things. And that's the thing. Like and nobody cared about that, but you don't know exactly what happened. That's all I'm going to say. Behind your keyboard, he might be a monster. He might be, but
he's Mr. Jesus, so he can come back as Jesus Joey,
reborn Joey Ryan. I don't know. I kind of feel like
he comes back and he leans hard the other way.
Dick flips for Jesus sort of thing. He's just sitting there doing this the whole time. He just doesn't break the hands. It's just all Dick offense. But no, I mean, like I said, I don't know a lot about these cases. Neither do you guys out there typing on the computer. And I could be wrong. Maybe he's a monster. Maybe he's a legit monster. Maybe there's some more gray area there. So I don't know what G-Raver did. I know he's a talented guy. I know I'm going to enjoy his work in XPW. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about it because I don't know anything else about it. So I just think that's the most diplomatic way to be. Let's not pretend to think we know more than we know because we read some fucking Twitter post somewhere. And yeah,
unless it was our Twitter post, then pay attention.
Yes, everything we say is true. So yeah, that's like kind of the gist of some of the comments. I'm just looking at like some of the photos. I could have gone without the Dick spot or Graver, but it is what it is. XPW is a trash company that does trash things. I wouldn't expect anything less. The more we talk about them, the more infamous they get. Well, hey, you know it gets. You can tell they know that XPW had a really good show, and they're sour about it. I've heard a few people actually say they thought this was the best since the return, and yeah, I mean, I have
And
had criticisms in the past. I don't have anything to criticize tonight.
and
It
you know
was
what?
a great show.
It's been like the third show, that not necessarily in a row, but since they've been back, that it's like this is the best show, since they've been back.
Yeah.
They've just been beating those out as they've gone.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think I was on the last one. There's like a few things. Like there's a few like at this point, little things that I think they can improve on a little bit. And beyond that, I just don't have major complaints.
Production standpoint, uh, everything. So I know the first show it was missing the quarters at the bottom, some
Mhm.
overlays and stuff like that. This one we had our packages over. It was everything top to bottom. It
Yeah.
was their best, production like live since they've been back. And not that
Yeah.
they've been bad. I know. And last month on the streaming thing, first time everything's
Yeah, you have some things you have to overcome. But man, I mean, it was a human highlight reel from like everybody. I mean, I feel like we have multiple things at least that will
and
be being replayed for the next couple
and
decades.
but see, here's the important part. It didn't feel like a spot show. It wasn't garbage IWA Deep South wrestling. It was a show. I mean, if you like wrestling, that's there. I mean, it wasn't like a bunch of dudes just trying to flip to flip.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. It's men fighting. I don't want to see dudes in skinny jeans flipping. Not for me.
yeah. No, I get that, and that's what that's like what everybody's doing, and
That's why I can't watch AEW. There's zero psychology.
there are aspects that I like. I don't disagree, and I understand that. Like sometimes you just want those like old fashioned badasses. I'm
Yeah.
sure Hook is a very tough dude, and he's a talented guy. But I look at that, and there is some disconnect. Like I don't buy him as a badass. Not saying he's not. It's not. I'm not trying to insult the guy. I'm just like visually, I look at that, and like that's not quite my idea of what an ass kicker is. Shellac, like that is a guy I am not fucking with. There are zero chances I am fucking with Shellac. He cuts me off in traffic. It's like, I don't know, it's good. I'm sure you've got some place to be very important.
I can't wait to see him and tell me you've been talking mad shit.
Oh, that's fucked up, Todd.
Better
Um,
take that slap fight.
but yes, and you just don't. I don't know. You don't get that even. I'm not trying to like shit on like GCW. There's stuff there that I
Oh, fuck
like, but
GCW.
I
Fucking
don't.
racist ass. Oh, wait, hold on. XPW has the best indie roster. I would agree.
Yeah, man. And
Oh,
and welcome, by the way. Yeah, I don't get that feeling. Like it feels like they've kind of gone mainstream in their own way too. Like
yeah.
there's not a lot of true grindhouse out there. True, like this
And
is 42nd Street grindhouse,
and
and you
and then if
need that.
and then if we talk about the chains, I don't even know. It's another just smash. You know, uh, don't get me started. I still want to know what dirt they got on them because I don't understand anyone's obsession with those two, either of them.
Say that. Who are you
The
talking about?
the Kirks, Brandon Kirk, and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, whatever the chick's name is, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get. Yeah,
Like I said, I'm not saying there's not bright spots. I'm not a religious watcher of GCW, but I try and watch a little bit of everything. Um,
um, real quick, would you read Big T's for us?
Big T, you think that spot is big enough to give Jim Cornette his final brain aneurysm? I can only imagine the amount of people flooding his inbox since
Oh,
the last night.
it's going to be a good show. I'm going to want to listen to that.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
can
don't want,
imagine.
and then I want to listen to Rob's reaction to that.
Can you imagine a Rob Black, Jim Cornette like dueling promo?
That would be amazing. So here's the thing: like, am I supposed to hate Jim Cornette? Because I don't.
No, no. I mean, he has his idea of what wrestling is.
See,
I'm I'm fine with that. I love old school NWA. I loved Smoky Mountain.
See,
I still enjoy WWE for the most part. I have, obviously
uh,
complaints, but XPW is what you go to when you want the fucking grindhouse, when you want the nunsploitation, when you want the, women in prison. That's what XPW is. And we need that. So I don't know. I just don't get the hostility. I know it's just Twitter bullshit.
because there's only
But
allowed to be one thing. It has to be bland, so everyone can like it. No one really likes it, but we don't want anything, out of order. Yeah, you just
yeah.
want boring bullshit.
Yes, we need the mainstream to die. We need superhero movies to die. And we need
Well, no. See, I can't go that far, Dan, because I think everything has an audience. So that
it does, but I think things are kind of like I think there's more of a hunger.
yeah, but I'm saying you don't have to bring one thing down to bring the other up. Because I mean, the
I'm
point of
just
that
being
whole
a
thing.
dick.
I know you are, and that's what I'm just. But I just want it out there. I mean,
Yes.
we want
Yeah,
to.
there's room for everything. So I don't know. I don't get it. XPW got more coverage tonight than they got on previous shows. I mean, it's not like a lot of these avenues that are bitching, we're covering them anyways. So why is Rob Black? Why would Rob Black be nervous to not do certain
They're on.
things? Like,
You see, that's the thing. They're on their own streaming service. They can do whatever the f they want.
yes,
How you
yes.
gonna can't you can't call and bitch to fight. Take this off the air. It hurt my feelings. Can't do that now. Who you gonna call? DM Rob? Stop this. Get the fuck out of
Please
here.
stop. It's hurting my feelings. So yeah. Wild match. Where do we leave off? Sorry, we went on a side rant. XPW heavyweight title, which turns also into a three-way. We got the MAGA Butcher versus, or I should say, Champion Masada versus the MAGA Butcher versus NWA's Tom Latimer. Now, I'm not a huge Tom Latimer guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm open to being proven wrong. I thought he looked pretty good here for the most part. I mean, he's in there with Masada and Maga Butcher. I think you can probably do something
He
with
looks
Latimer.
he looks the part. I just need to know more. Again, it's another case. Like I don't, other than him being the NWA champion, I don't have any kind of
Yeah.
story really for him. I need
Is he NWA champion?
what is it? NWA?
I think isn't Tyrus NWA
No,
champion?
it's like the TV champ. One of the. It's
Oh,
not the
okay.
top
Yeah,
title. I don't know which
I'm
one.
I'm not caught up, so I don't know.
Well,
But
they said it. I just can't remember.
yeah, my
In the
bad.
chat, GXH. I know you know. Come on, TV champ. What is he?
Yeah, but I mean, again, I don't have a lot to bitch about in particular. It's like a Chelsea Durden situation. It's like
Need
I need
more.
a little bit more. A little
Yeah.
bit more. Maybe I can be won over. And I am familiar of some of his work from, WWE developmental back in the day. Of course, he's most known for being Charlotte's ex. Looks like $1 million. I'll give him that. Looks like $1 million.
Yeah, that's why I said he looks the part. I just need to know more about him. I need more
Yeah.
from the character.
We did have some great action in this match, though. We get the old school cat fight between Jasmine and Cat Martini, which was a lot of fun. Jasmine gets spanked. Not going to complain about that. We get a Tower of Doom spot onto the steel guardrails, which looked really cool. Necro Butcher busts out a Canadian destroyer on Latimer.
Take that.
But only one on the show, I believe. I believe as far as destroyers go is one. It's wild how that move went to something special to like every fucking human being doing it.
Yeah.
I think it was probably like Petey Williams, I believe, took a break, and then it's like I call dibs. It's like everybody on the indies just called dibs all at once. But no, it was actually pretty cool here, especially when it's somebody you're not really expecting to do it. That was awesome. So I enjoyed the match. I have no complaints about the match. Like a little more development with Latimer, and I'm sure we'll probably get there.
All right, we got another one from Straight West. Yeah. Enjoy
Yeah,
the name.
ask away. The body clip has 250K views on Twitter. You know your favorite wrestler has seen it by now. That is awesome. I actually haven't gone to like the actual. Actually, I don't think the
No.
XPW channel tweet it.
No, actually, I was going to read some of the Schlack comments, and I never did.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't like rewatched the. I will certainly go check that out again. I mean, that's just amazing. I don't know how you get around it on YouTube.
Well, no, on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter. Sorry. Yeah.
And
Well,
that's kind of that's why I was pulling up the Schlack thing again,
yeah.
because he kind of like calls out some hypocrisy. Which Schlack is the voice of reason. There's some rug. Hold on. Sorry, my voice is off a little. Okay, here we go. I was forced to watch this and that and this in XPW. Do you know how silly you sound? Don't you? What you people don't understand is XPW is for adults. It's associated with porn. Use your head. Running shit on your own service and platform allows a lot of freedoms. Some freedoms I don't even want to see. Exercise myself. But that's the beauty of freedom.
Yeah.
And then this was the one I was complaining on Twitter that I was forced to see a picture of a Pierce cock on an XPW show. Yet the entire website allows people drinking piss bukkakis and gangbangs that you can see that you can and will see involuntary if you follow a person that follows that person. Selective hypocritical outrage. Blame the person who posted it because XPW didn't, you fucking fool. Did it make you want to suck?
I think we know where that one's going. Giving Todd a stroke there. Yeah, so yeah, well said. Well said. Now and I also go back to this. It's
Last
like,
sense, what is that why you're so mad?
you look at mainstream wrestling, Ric Flair pushing 80, and they're dragging him out for a match. Now, again, I would say the same thing, that that's his decision. He's allowed to make it, but there's not the same kind of outrage with something like that with at this point, an elderly man at the end of the day. And you're bitching about a dick spot, which there's no, hey, I wouldn't fucking do it. I look fucking gnarly, but he's not going to die from that, So I don't know. It's this dumping on XPW stuff for no reason. It's just so dumb. If you don't like it, I would say to anybody, if you don't like something, don't watch it. That's your prerogative. Big T, listen, if Rey Mysterio doesn't do that dick spot on his son Dominic next weekend, then I'd ask for a refund. That might actually get Rey Mysterio over with pugs. You're muted, Todd, from your coffin.
It would also, yeah, I'd cheer Mysterio for that.
That would,
I mean, I'm not like documented like pugs on camera being the only one booing him while as they loop him to make it sound like he's cheering.
I could just, I don't think Wade Barrett's doing play-by-play, but it's like, is he holding his son's bullocks? Like, there's just that long pause. Did we just see what we just saw? Yeah, man, you won't see anything like that this weekend. But I am excited for this weekend. We're gonna do some WrestleMania shows. So if you are a WWE fan, or if you just, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird. There's like a lot of people that don't watch the WWE product, but they'll still like tune into like the podcasts on it. So that makes it go down easier. We will have some content for you, which brings us to our main event. Schlack taking on Atticus in the... All right, let me say it right, Todd. Let me say it right.
Okay,
The King of the Deathmatch title on the line in a sky-high, double wire, double glass, total hell deathmatch. Schlack versus Atticus. This did not disappoint. Again, every match that followed, it's just like, God damn, it's going to have to disappoint a little bit. How are you going to follow that? Schlack and Atticus, no surprise, kick the holy fucking shit out of each other. I mean, we get the barbed wire bed spots, a record amount of skewers that ended up in Schlack's body.
Man, that was just because you know I've talked about it. You know where to stop when you're going in the skull. You have a stop point. You don't have that when you're pounding them in like that's just flesh. I mean, yeah, there's a bone in there, but you got to go like that fucking deep.
Yeah, it's not so far. That's another thing. Never skewers weren't, at least by my memory, weren't like a big thing back in the day. Couldn't even imagine taking skewers. I mean, like you said, it's like I don't know how hard I can hit this.
Well, no, when you do it, you have a stopping point on this because you hit the brain. You hit
Sure,
the skull. So you know you're done.
But still,
there's brain. Okay, we're done.
But man, the visual of that, holy shit!
Yeah, that was I know because we were all talking while we were watching it. It was just
yeah, just in his head, his arms, just skewers everywhere. And I believe, and again, I haven't watched it back, but when Schlack threw the tubes off the top, did that connect with Atticus? I couldn't tell. You muted yourself again, Todd.
I didn't go back and check.
Well, that looked pretty cool. Just so many holy shit moments in this, and to close it out, we get that sidewalk slam off the scaffold, if you want to call it that, through the glass. Schlack retains. Holy shit, dude! Like this was one of these things. Like I felt like I was getting off of a roller coaster at the end of this show. It was just wild.
I know. I wish I was at home with it on the big screen. Because that, well,
Yeah.
maybe I don't. Because yeah, it would have been a lot bigger.
Maybe some things you don't want to see on the big screen for this show. But yeah, just what an insane event. I had a blast. Like I said, this is one of the ones that I would call a home run.
It's hard to argue. I mean, the fact that it's like triggering everyone. Man, I'm like I said, I used to love the old shows when they just like everyone would be just so mad. It was so fun. And it's funny because Pugs didn't realize like how much it was hated around the time. Like people in SoCal just shit on it. All the like, yeah.
I can remember that actually, and I mean, I guess you understood a little bit why because of Extreme Associates back then, but at least I don't know if Extreme Associates will ever come back, but like that's not a thing right now.
It's been teased at a point like the maybe one more.
Yeah, I would love Extreme Associates to come back. The hate's gonna triple at that point. God, he's gonna get some talent, I think, in those movies too.
If it's good enough for Bubba Ray, it's good enough for
just getting a BJ and just inserting skewers. Just you're just doing that, and then just like boom, boom on the skewers.
Too bad Nicole Bass isn't around. The body could have the Cronus spot.
Oh, dude, I can see it. We need an Amazon in XPW.
Question. Have you seen that?
I've seen clips of it.
Okay,
I didn't own it, but I have seen clips. Now it's not actual.
No,
it's all like just like
it's her smacking him around and stuff from what I remember.
Yeah, that was never really my thing, but I do remember.
You know what, Dan? I'm going to tell you this right now. When you're over here, we'll go through my XPW Extreme Associates archive.
There we go.
I just got excited. We can go through that as a show. The Extreme Associates stuff, we may have to put a few stickers on, but other than that.
Oh man, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I won't lie. Like, some of that was more Fear Factor than erotica to me. Like, like cocktails. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking nasty. But you know what? I don't watch Cocktails. I'm okay with it existing.
Yeah, I think I know I have one of them. I think I have one of the federal. What's Cocktails 3 is one of the Federal 5. I have whatever the Federal 5 Cocktails is.
Yeah. It's been so long I get mixed up, but
All right, here, I'll
a
just
lot
continue.
of that stuff too isn't exactly what you think if you haven't seen it. A lot of it's like very tongue in cheek. It's very trauma, some of it. Like, fake mustaches and
Hardcore, with hardcore fucking, yeah.
well, yeah, sure, but
I,
it's
I,
not
I,
exactly what I think people have in their head.
I might, I'll bust out some, I know I have the big box VHSs of Extremely Yours Christy Mist and the Lizzie Borden tape too. So, the other end.
Yes. Yeah, man. Like, you think at this point it's funny too because there's a lot of like, oh, they should bring back this guy, they should bring back that guy. Obviously, there's some people I'd like to see again, but I'm okay with the roster we have now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like they're lacking at all. They have great characters. That's the big thing in a nutshell. We don't have a lot of great characters in wrestling.
Ben says as long as there's no feet stuff.
Yeah, I don't get foot stuff, Ben. Like, yeah, I don't know. Don't get it. Well, the Nicole Bass stuff falls under that.
Does it have foot? I see. I don't remember.
I think it was just pretty much like manhandling people. I don't remember the Kronos one. I remember one with like some like smaller chick where she just like pretty much throwing her around a room.
Whack Attack 5 is the one. I think it's Whack Attack 5. It's Whack Attack. Whack Attack 5. Where's it? Whack Attack is the one that features Bubba Ray Dudley, and I think Big Dick's in there. Like you see him in there because they filmed like at the ECW arena. So I have that one somewhere too.
So this has absolutely nothing to do with XPW. But are you aware of the Brad Armstrong tape?
No, I think you might have brought it up before.
Headlock, I think, is the name of the movie.
Oh, you did.
It's Caballero Classics has it on. I have the DVD.
All right.
That is one that's out there. Maybe an OG in terms of that. I don't know, but yeah, Brad Armstrong did in fact do an adult film.
But was he doing the like road dog gimmick? Man, Russo was so Don't even get me started.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna have a WrestleMania show. I don't know. Are we doing night one? We're doing two? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'm gonna look at the schedule when we get home. So I know we'll be talking about CCW.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yes, which yes, check out CCW. I think that's going to be big.
Next Thursday, it'll be on Xtreme XPW shortly after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you're getting more with Xtreme XPW, even beyond XPW. So I'm really curious to see what they have coming up. That'll be really cool. So yeah, we will have WrestleMania coverage, NXT coverage, Hall of Fame, all that good stuff. Check, make sure you subscribe, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Enable notifications so you see when we go live, and that'll be extra important because when we are together in California later next month, we might be going live from some interesting locations, possibly.
Yeah, working on that stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have a special live Patreon next Thursday. It's going to be just kind of random, so keep an eye out.
Okay, yes, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. The links are in the description. All starts at just $1. So,
and even better, now you can actually search us on Patreon, so we actually show up.
Oh yeah, that does help, doesn't it?
You don't have to just use the link. You could be.
So yes, and I think there will be some interesting content. So even if you're already a patron, keep your eyes out because there's going to be some stuff I think you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah.
In addition to that, of course, we are a horror channel, and we will have a ton of new reviews coming up. We're getting ready because, again, you're traveling now. I'm traveling there, so we got a lot of stuff coming your way. There will be another Hatman collection update that we'll have for you guys. We got some
Soon. Yeah, we're locking up the day.
more review. Yeah, everything's in progress right now, but there's going to be a lot of content, and it'll be really cool seeing you. It feels like a fun sort of full circle thing. Because again, didn't know you back in the XPW days years ago,
You would have been
but
a child too, just like Bugs.
basically, yes,
It would have
really
been.
weird child. I think am I the same age as Pugs, or is Pugs got? Do I
I
have a
think.
year on
I
Pugs? I
think
don't
you have. Yeah, you're just slightly above.
know. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be kind of cool to like be together. We've all been there before, but we didn't know each other, so there's something cool about that. And believe that's everything, guys. Unless you have some last minute questions before we bow out of here. What's up, Jamie? We've got Jamie. I don't know. XPW. Got to check that. Somebody got a needle through the dick, Jamie.
I was gonna say this may not be for you, Jim.
You don't see needles through the dicks on Twin Peaks. Does not happen. Not a single needle went through a dick on Twin Peaks. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe. Like there's always season 4. You never know. Lynch might get a little crazy. So yes. What else we got here? And yes, and also make your voices heard. Our Discord, very active Discord. The links to that are also in the description. So if you're new, talk everything from fast food, because we're a bunch of fat fucks, to wrestling, to horror movies, different merchandise. I learn about stuff in our Discord that I didn't know. So you will learn something in our
Oh, so
Discord.
we're educational too, is what you're saying.
We are educational. We
So
will teach you math and all that good stuff. We'll teach you how to code in the Flesh Wound Discord. So check that out. All the links are in the chat. And yeah, Todd, preview of LA. We're gonna get to see Evil Dead together. I know that's the big one. Evil Dead Rise. Which I'm gonna say I think we've got a better slate of movies. That last time I was up there, we saw some random shit together because that was all that was out.
Church was one, Stars Born.
We saw Stars Born. Well, though we saw Lighthouse. That was a good one we
Yeah,
saw together the last time.
and honestly, this time I think like there's just so much random that comes out. I think we'll still find other good stuff.
Mm,
And
absolutely.
and I'll want to see stuff. Yeah, my I like to use all three of mine.
Yes, I'm saving up my A-list points for you. I kind of regret it. Actually, my nephew, we just saw John Wick 4 today, and he got that
No
popcorn.
spoilers.
No, nothing about that. He got that popcorn tin with like the coins.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
cool. Pretty cool. I like more merch being sold at the theater. So,
I know I got that Scream poster.
dude, I would love it if they gave you an option to buy like the posters for like at AMC. There's a lot of money that I think they've left on the table for the longest time.
That's the
Yeah.
studios leaving that money on the table, and I think most people aren't going to buy a poster at the theater. There's going to be a few like movie fans who are going to want to, but
But I mean, you're not. It's not a great cost to send out a bunch of posters.
yeah,
$10, $15, whatever. You see a movie you really love. I know I'd impulse buy some posters on the way
yeah.
out. I don't know. Just food for thought. I know these Scream cups are people have been going nuts for. I kind of regret not getting multiples that first time because I had like 8 people request like, can you get them? Can you get them? And then
Yeah,
when I went back, they were gone.
yeah. Ghostbusters was another one that like people like anything that like kind of has a little bit of cult like the Marvel stuff you see, but it's not like
Mm.
they also probably make a lot more. Like they're thinking ahead, like for Marvel product versus a Scream product. you're going to
You have kids flooding out of the latest whatever Pixar movie, whatever. You can't tell me that you wouldn't sell some merch. You would absolutely sell some merch. I don't know.
this is a theater discussion. So.
Yeah, we'll have a theater discussion. This is XPW. Guys, check it out. Stream XPW. You can still order the replay. This one is worth it. It's one hell of a show. And we will see you all at California 2. And like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. Good night.
Good evening.